Welcome to the 164th episode of the Bullvine Podcast, where we're not just milking the truth, we're digitizing it. Today, we're slicing into the cheesy world of blockchain and how it's revolutionizing the dairy industry faster than you can say mozzarella. From udder to pizza, we're exposing the dirty digital secrets that could make or break your farm's future. Buckle up for a deep dive into the world of traceable dairy that's as hot and gooey as the pizza you're about to bite into.
Welcome, dairy enthusiasts, to another bold and unapologetic episode of the Bullvine Podcast. I'm your host, Bella, and today we're diving udder first into the world of blockchain technology and its revolutionary impact on the dairy industry. Joining us is our resident expert, Douglas, who's here to break down the movement towards transparency in our industry. Douglas, are you ready to spill the milk on blockchain?
Absolutely, Bella. It's high time we cut through the bull and talk about how blockchain is reshaping our industry from the farm to the food court.
Let's start with the basics. Douglas, why should our listeners care about blockchain in dairy?
Well, Bella, it's simple. Today's consumers aren't just asking where their dairy comes from. They're demanding to know everything. From the cow's somatic cell count to the brand of teat dip used. In fact, a recent survey showed that 73% of consumers are more likely to purchase dairy products if they can trace their origin.
That's a staggering number. So, how exactly does blockchain work in the dairy industry?
Think of blockchain as a digital ledger that's tougher to crack than your grandpa's safe. It tracks every step of the milk's journey, from cow-side data collection to final distribution. Each step is a building block in the chain, creating an unalterable record. This technology goes beyond just traceability. It's about maintaining nutritional values, identifying adulteration, and even preventing counterfeit dairy products.
Fascinating. But I can hear our listeners thinking, sounds great, but what's the bottom line? Can you break down the ROI for us?
Absolutely. The numbers don't lie, Bella. With blockchain, traceability time drops from 7 days to 2.2 seconds. Average recall costs plummet from $14 million to $6.5 million. And consumer trust skyrockets from 62% to 89%. If you're not on board, you're missing out on potential earnings faster than spilled milk on a barn floor.
Those are some milky good stats. Can you give us some real-world examples of blockchain in action?
Sure thing, Bella. Let's look at FrieslandCampina, a Dutch dairy cooperative. They've implemented a blockchain system for grass-to-glass transparency, allowing consumers to trace the entire journey of their dairy products. In India, a company called Gopal Enterprises is using blockchain to detect contaminated milk batches and remove them from the supply chain. These aren't just isolated cases, they're part of a growing trend.
That's incredible. Now let's get practical. Can you walk us through a day in the life of traceable milk?
Picture this, it's 6 a.m. and the cows are being milked. AI-powered sensors record each animal's health data. By 6:30, the milk is tested for quality, with results instantly logged. At 7, a GPS-tracked tanker picks up the milk. By 9, it's at the processing plant, where smart contracts verify the chain of custody. At 11, it becomes mozzarella with each step recorded. By 2 p.m., it's packaged with a unique QR code. At 4, it's shipped to pizzerias. And by 7, customer can scan that QR code to see the entire journey from your farm to their table.
That's fascinating. But surely there must be some challenges. What hurdles are farmers facing with blockchain implementation?
You're right, Bella. Implementing blockchain isn't without its hurdles. There are initial costs, staff training needs, data privacy concerns, and integration challenges with existing systems. Small businesses in particular face challenges with high implementation costs and infrastructure limitations. But let's be honest, these are just growing pains. The alternative is getting left behind in a rapidly evolving market.
Speaking of the market, what's the economic impact of blockchain in dairy?
The numbers are impressive, Bella. The Canadian dairy market is projected to grow from $16.2 billion in 2025 to $21.3 billion by 2030. Blockchain technology is playing a crucial role in this growth by enhancing traceability and consumer trust. It's not just about profits, though. Blockchain is also helping prevent food waste by optimizing production based on sales patterns and perishability.
That's substantial growth. Now, let's talk about the future. What's on the horizon for blockchain in dairy?
The future is now, Bella. Innovative farmers are already exploring direct-to-consumer sales with full traceability, premium pricing for fully traceable organic products, and collaborations with artisanal cheesemakers. We're also seeing a convergence of technologies. Blockchain is being integrated with AI, IoT sensors, and robotics to create more efficient, transparent, and sustainable dairy supply chains. For instance, cow Fitbits, or wearable IoT devices, are now providing real-time health data that can be securely stored and tracked on the blockchain.
This is groundbreaking stuff, Douglas. What advice do you have for our listeners who want to get ahead of the curve?
My advice is simple. Educate yourself on blockchain, assess your current systems, connect with tech-savvy peers, consider pilot programs, and stay informed about industry standards. Remember, blockchain isn't just about following the herd, it's about leading it.
Powerful words, Douglas. As we wrap up, what's the bottom line for our listeners?
Here's the raw milk truth, Bella. By 2026, consumers will demand traceable dairy. Your choice is simple but brutal. Embrace blockchain now and command premium prices, or watch your milk get dumped into the commodity pool with all the other untraceable products. And it's not just about profits. Blockchain is helping create a more sustainable dairy industry. Over the past 15 years, the dairy sector has reduced greenhouse gas emissions by 17%, water usage by 10%, and land utilization by 26%. Blockchain is key to continuing this positive trend.
That's a wake-up call if I ever heard one. Any final thoughts for our listeners?
Yes, Bella. The digital revolution doesn't wait for anyone. So I ask our listeners, are you going to be the farmer who shaped the future of dairy traceability, or the cautionary tale other farmers tell about getting left behind? Remember, this isn't just about technology. It's about building trust with consumers, improving food safety, and creating a more sustainable dairy industry.
And there you have it, folks. A bold, unapologetic look at blockchain's impact on the dairy industry. Remember, the future of dairy isn't about who has the biggest herd or the fanciest parlor. It's about who can prove their story from cow to consumer. So, are you ready to ride the blockchain wave, or will you be left drowning in obsolescence? The choice is yours. Until next time, this is Bella for the Bullvine Podcast, challenging you to revolutionize your dairy game.
That's all for today's mind-melting exploration of blockchain in dairy. If you're still standing after this digital deluge, thank you for joining the revolution. Subscribe to the Bullvine so you never miss a drop of innovation. Share this article with every farmer you know and leave a comment. Your voice matters in shaping the future of dairy. Remember, embrace blockchain now or watch your milk get left out of the digital fridge by 2026.